today we are doing a antagonist tier list for movies and anime. We have a bunch of antagonists here, and I'm here with my friend Peter. Say hello, Peter.
I am Peter.
And today we are going to be ranking these. Now, starting with, as you can see, the Indoraptor from Fallen Kingdom.
I can't see, but yeah.
Well, obviously you can't, but they can see.
So, wait, is this on an objective scale, or are we just ranking on how much we like them?
We can do whatever we want.
Okay.
On
So, the Indoraptor is a silly dino.
yes, it's a downgrade to
Oh, heck.
it's a downgrade to the Indominus, like by a lot, but it's not terrible. I'm not a huge fan of it just because like the quadrupedal look. It looks kind of silly. So I would say like B-ish, maybe C.
I think the colors are cool,
The black
but
and the black
gold.
and yeah, gold. That's true. And the red eyes.
But it does have a couple good scenes.
hmm It's
But the whole laser pointing thing to make them attack the people or whatever is so dumb.
it works better for the Indoraptor than it does the Atrociraptors at least.
If you have a gun pointed at someone to the point where you have the laser right on them, just shoot the gun.
hmm So C tier.
Sure.
All right. Next we have one of my favorites. We have Tuco from Breaking Bad.
Oh, Tuco.
Yes.
He is probably like S tier.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the Breaking Bad villains are S tier. Tuco is just he's really scary. Like he's just super scary and a good threat.
Mm.
And he's even though he dies, he's in is he in season 2 or is it just season 1?
He's in like the beginning-ish of season 2 because
hmm
his death happens in like the first few episodes.
Yeah. So I mean, even though he's only in like the first like season, basically, he sets a lot of stuff in motion.
He was also in the Super Bowl commercial.
True, which that was actually that was the only part of the Super Bowl I paid attention to, and I watched the whole thing.
I didn't even watch it. I just looked at the commercial on YouTube after. I wasn't about to sit through all that.
S tier, easy. Next up, we have a villain from a movie you haven't watched in like a year and a half. We have
Oh,
we have Lord Voldemort.
it's
I
been like
he
it's been a solid 5 years since I've seen these. It's been a minute, way longer than a year and a half.
but
Oh,
so okay, let's be real here. Lord Voldemort is not that good. He fails completely. Like he gets beat by a baby and then a 17-year-old.
yeah.
And
I'll just say B. I don't remember enough about
yeah,
him.
he's just kind of there. Like he's like there's a lot of people who say he's like one of the best villains. I don't really see it. He's kind of intimidating, but I'm more scared of like some of his followers. All right.
Mm,
So next up, now we need an F tier now for this one. Hold on, let me quickly add that
mm.
real quick. Next up is QB from
Cube?
Cube, sorry, from Madoka or however you pronounce it. Madoka, whatever.
Uh,
I don't. It's Japanese. I don't care.
Subjectively, I don't like Cube,
No,
but on an objective scale, it's not the
the worst,
worst.
but I really
I'd
don't
put
like.
it in like D.
Yeah, it would be F for me on a subjective scale, but objectively I could see it D. But
It's
the thing about Cube is that you can't really write him out of the story. He kind of has to be there, or some character like him has to be there. So
the main problem is that character is just not very interesting.
no, no, like he's just like it's like a sociopathic character can be interesting, but QB's just not it. So I'll put him in D. Next we
Alright.
have one of like one of the most popular villains. We have Darth Vader. I don't need to say what
Oh,
he's from.
uh, probably S tier.
Probably S. Is he
I
higher
don't
than
think we.
We don't need to debate this. It's obvious he's S
Hmm.
tier. One of the most famous villains in all of fiction.
Hmm.
All right,
And he's also just cool.
he's, in my opinion at least, one of the only characters to come out of Disney Star Wars stronger than he entered. One of.
Yeah.
Next we have Jack from Breaking Bad,
Oh,
the
well, yeah,
neo-Nazi.
okay. Um, he's probably one of my least favorite of the big villains.
He's, let's see, out of the three big villains, well, there's like three big villains in Breaking Bad. He's like the
Hmm.
worst, but he's not bad. It's just like he doesn't have a lot of time,
Yeah.
but he does like appear in the best episode in the whole show. So one of the
Yeah.
best. I would
Probably B.
be, yeah. I mean, he's not a bad character. I mean, compared to like Tuco and the other villain of Breaking Bad, he is
Hmm.
not on par, but as a villain himself, he is good. All right, next we have Doctor Octopus from Marvel. Now
Oh,
you know where I would put him, but
yeah. But which one is this?
This is the Sam
Oh,
Raimi one, and
okay.
also in No Way Home. So you can use that as well.
Um, Probably us as well.
Probably us. I mean, the Sam Raimi villains even the ones in Spider-Man 3 are all pretty decent or better. I mean, they're all great. Uh, I love this guy. He's like my second favorite character in all of fiction.
Yeah.
He's just great. Um, I Alfred Molina does an amazing job as him, and he's also a pretty tragic character because he's been taken over by his arms, the evil
Yeah.
AI, and I just really
Yeah.
like him. Next we have the villain from The Prince of Egypt, Ramses, I think his name is. It's been a minute since I watched.
Ramses.
Ramses, yes, Ramses.
Ramsey.
He's in the movie. He's really good. The actor Ray Fiennes, who also plays Lord Voldemort, Ray Fiennes, he's really good. I would say A tier. Next we have the Indom from
Uh,
Jurassic World.
uh,
Either A or B. I love the Indominus. It's such a good.
it's cool, but
It did have a.
it's kind of just like kills
It's
everything.
definitely the best of the three Jurassic World main villains. That,
Hmm.
um, it's either B or A. I don't think it's definitely not S, but it's either B or A. So which one
I
do
would
you think
say B.
B works? All right. Now next we have the villain from Gamera the Brave. I don't. What do you remember his name?
Brave.
It's the T Rex looking guy. I don't remember his name. It starts with a Z, right?
Zedus.
Zetus or whatever. No,
Yes,
I
Zedus.
I have not seen this movie yet. Yet I plan on watching it soon. So this is gonna be mostly you.
Well, thanks. Much about this one? I just put him like C tier,
All
I
right.
guess. I
He,
don't
he,
remember
he,
enough.
he looked cool, so that's why I included him. Now we have. I included this character's name. This character, not realizing I would have to say their name. We have Walper from, also from Madoka.
Walpurgisnacht.
I'm not saying that name. You're not making me say it.
Yeah.
She's A or B. I don't know if she's quite S.
Mm, I don't think you can put her S. I'd say A.
Yeah, maybe we
Because
can't. Well,
Walpur is very cool.
maybe once that fourth movie comes out, we can.
Mm.
Now we have if it ever comes out.
Yeah.
Now we have one of your favorites. We have Devastator, the Bayverse. I know where you would put
Uh,
him.
What thing is, I really do like the design
it's,
and
definitely,
like the character,
it's definitely
but
cool.
as an antagonist on an objective scale, it's really bad.
But who cares? He looks cool. Like, who cares?
That's true. I'd probably just go in the middle and say B.
Yeah. All right. Now we have Iris from Gamera 3.
Oh,
Um,
Iris.
I I know a little bit about Iris, not a whole lot, but from what I know, is it a he or a she? It's a he, right?
I think it's a she.
Oh, it is a she. I know there's like a female girl involved with. that. So
Yeah.
we'll go with she.
Uh,
From what I know, she has a really cool design. So for design alone, I would put for
yeah.
A. I don't know if it's quite S, but
Uh,
I would say A.
probably A.
Yeah.
Probably A. Yeah.
Gamera 3 is like one of the best kaiju movies, and I can imagine
Mhm.
she's a big reason why. Alright, now we have. I'm gonna butcher this name. Zerul from Evangelion. This is the.
Zeruel.
Zeruel, whatever. I went with the. All the Evangelion ones are going to be are going to be Neon Genesis because we had not watched Rebuild yet, so I went with
Okay.
them. Now,
So this is Neon Genesis.
yes,
Okay.
if we made this before we watched Neon Genesis again, he would be like F tier from the design. But after watching it, he's like A or B. He's really scary in the anime. Like holy crap, he's really scary.
Probably A.
Yeah,
Like high A.
I definitely would agree with that. He's. I did not think they could make him scary, and yet they made him really.
Mhm.
It's also in arguably the best episode of the show,
True.
which is not saying a whole lot, but. Alright, now we have the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. Love him. He's probably
I'd-
better than the Indom though, because he has like the scene with the water with the boat, which is really cool.
Yeah.
A,
I don't know if I'd put him that much higher than the Indominus.
Yeah, it's either B or A. If this was like completely subjective, I'd put him in S because I love just that. Jurassic Park
I
3.
do like it, but I'd
Yeah,
probably put it in B.
yeah.
The movie didn't do it
No.
too much justice.
And the fact that it's like disappeared off the face of the earth and they're just never gonna bring it back is just super, super disappointing.
Mm.
Now we have our first MCU villain. This one was included because I needed some more bottom tier picks. We have Whiplash from Iron Man 2.
Oh my god, this goober.
F. I hate Whiplash. I hate Iron Man 2. I hate Whiplash. It's all
Fair.
his backstory is really bad. He's like I don't even remember it. I used to know it, but his dad was
It was wasn't he mad his dad like died or something?
his dad got deported back to Russia after working at Stark Industries, I think. And so he was mad at Stark Industries, and so he got sent, and so he went on this whole revenge plot, and it's just not
Yeah.
interesting. I'm sorry. I hate.
And then he got a terrible Russian accent.
Yes.
I must find my bird or whatever. It's
I will
dumb.
say the actor does do a decent job with what he's given, but he's not given a
Yeah.
lot. So
Yeah.
Whiplash is our first F tier.
Cool.
Next we have the Skullcrawler from Kong Skull Island and Godzilla vs Kong.
Mhm.
I have not
Well,
seen. I don't think either of us have seen Skull Island yet, but
No.
we have both seen versus Kong, so we do have some knowledge. The Skullcrawlers are pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, but in GVK they don't really do anything. Like, I think the only one that shows up just gets killed by Mechagodzilla.
So
So probably like C.
yeah, I do like the design of the Skullcrawler. That is really nice. But next we have my maybe favorite angel. We have Bardiel.
Oh. This is Neon Genesis again?
Yes, these are all Neon Genesis.
Okay. Probably A as well.
Yeah, A.
Maybe S.
A or S. Bardiel is also a contender for being in the best episode of Evangelion.
Probably A because the concept is a little bit underutilized.
Yeah. And also, a big issue that I have told you is how when you actually get to see her, it's usually like cast in shadows, and you don't really get to see her a lot.
It's
So-
not super bad.
Yeah. I mean, but her fight scene with O1 is really cool.
Mhm.
So, I say A, and I think you agree with that.
Yeah.
Alright, next we
Yeah.
have Showa Gamera.
Wait, what? Oh, I was gonna say.
This
Um,
goofy guy.
F
I
tier because he becomes a hero later. Like,
Dude, the fact that he's the friend of all children, yet he sits there and destroys Tokyo, meaning he orphans and murders thousands, if not millions of them, and yet he's the friend to all children, is
yeah,
just
he's
crazy.
our friend.
Yeah, that.
But then he also becomes a hero later, just like Showa Godzilla. So he's not even really a villain
Yep.
by the time
Hmm.
the show is over. So
Yep.
it's like F tier.
Yep. Now we have the guy. I don't remember his name. You probably do. He's the guy that in this is from Pirates of the Caribbean 3, I believe. He's the guy that gets Davy Jones's heart and like controls him basically.
Lord Beckett.
Yes, Beckett. Beckett.
Okay,
Beckett's all right. He's not anything real special, but he's not like
he's
bad. He's
he's
just kind of there.
decent.
He's just kind of there.
He's overshadowed by Lord and Savior Davy Jones.
Yes.
So
If he didn't have Jones, he would be like nothing. So I'm thinking maybe D just because of that, but he's definitely not bad.
nah, I'd say B.
Yeah.
Like he's decent still. He's a good
Mhm.
representation of humanity, kind of exploring things, and ties into the whole like theme of the third film about all the myths and mysteries dying and all that. But
Yeah,
that's a long rant we don't need to
yeah.
get into.
I mean, it's just in one scene that made me like kind of scared of him was the scene where they find the Kraken's body because you like the fact
Hmm.
that he has that much control over Jones that he can make Jones kill his pet basically is just kind of scary.
Yeah,
Uh,
and his death scene is really nice.
Next we have Icarus from the Turtles.
After we'll talk about him.
I hate Eternals. We'll just move on. I think everyone agrees this guy sucks.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a single person who likes Eternals. All right.
bootleg Superman.
Yeah. All right. Next we have. Well, first, when was the last time you watched the Kung Fu Panda movies? Because I have all three.
I haven't watched them.
You haven't, bro. You need to watch
No,
them. They're so good. All right. So now we
a
have.
little later.
So now we have Tai Lung from the first one. Do you at least know
Uh,
them? Do you at least know what they look like?
no.
Look, while I am talking about Tai Lung, you can look them up, so you at least know what they look like. All right, Tai Lung is. People say he's the best villain in Kung Fu Panda. I disagree. He's
Okay.
he's really good, but I just think the emotional like attack. Like he doesn't really have a reason to be fighting Poe other than the fact that Poe is a Dragon Warrior. There's no like emotional connection between the two. They just kind of have to fight. But he's definitely A tier because his scenes with Shifu are just really good. So A
Sure,
tier.
I agree. Yup, you're completely
All
right.
right, there you go. Next, next we have Vector from Despicable Me.
Vector. I have not seen this movie in years as well.
I used the meme picture of him in the glider suit with the helmet on.
Uh, I'm not sure if I've even rewatched this since theaters.
I don't think I've watched this movie in over 10 years.
Put him in the top tier.
We'll put him in
This
S
is,
tier. He's the meme. He's Vector.
yeah,
He's definitely
it's
up there.
the best villain. I
Uh,
don't think we need to
yeah.
debate that.
Next is Starscream.
Uh, is
I
this Favor
these,
Starscream?
yes. Every
Okay.
Transformer will be Bayverse. You know,
Okay.
I do not like Starscream. I find his voice
Hmm.
very obnoxious. I would put him in D personally.
Uh, it's gonna be probably D or C
Yeah.
for me as well.
Hmm. Not really much to say about Starscream. He just kind of appears when he just kind of
Mm.
appears when he's needed. All right.
Big Dorito.
Next we have what is it? Mello from Death Note. I think that's his name, right?
Something like that.
It's either D or F. He's not good.
Mid-low. Yeah, he's not good. What does he even do? He's like he.
He drives a truck. That's about all I remember that he does.
I think he was the reason Light's father died.
Maybe I haven't watched Death Note in a while.
Yeah, he's just lame, forgettable. Just throw him in F. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't like Mello. Next we have the best. We have Davy Jones, top of S.
Top tier.
top of S. We don't need to discuss this.
Yeah.
Like he's.
I
Everyone
love
knows.
Davy. I love Davy Jones so much. If we start talking about him, I'll be here for
And
half an hour.
Peter, just to please you, I used a picture of him with the eyebrow raise.
Nice.
So, all right. Next we have. I'm gonna actually move one up so we can talk about the back to back because this is actually a good duality. Next we
Okay.
have both Gauss. We have the Gauss from Gamera 1 and the Gauss from Gamera versus Gauss.
Oh.
I included both of them just so we can kind of have like a bit of a discussion about like showing like that Gamera isn't always bad. It can get better. So we'll start with Gauss from 1. Gauss from 1 is actually like really good.
Yeah.
I would say like
So,
A.
One, you mean Gamera the Brave, right?
Yes.
Or not the Brave, Guardian of the Universe.
Yes, Guardian of the Universe.
Okay.
The first Heisei movie. I
Yeah.
would definitely say A or B. Maybe I would definitely say A, honestly.
Yeah, sure.
In terms of like just seeing what he started as, going to that is just really cool. And speaking of what he started as, we have the Showa Gauss.
Like D.
He's not like
He's
offensive,
dumb.
and he did get better, so I will give him some slack, but still not much. Next we have another one of my favorites. We have Megatron. I believe it's Revenge of the Fallen design, but just it's all Megatron. I would put him S.
Are you including Galvatron in all Megatron as well? Galvatron was the one from the 4th movie. He's got the big hole in his chest.
I'll go with yes, because I don't really remember this movie the whole lot. All I remember is Revenge of the Fallen, basically. I love Megatron. I think he's really cool, but I don't know if I can put him in S, unfortunately, because he's in the Bayverse movies. That drags him down a lot.
Probably an A if we're including all the versions of him.
Next we have Mechagodzilla 2.
So this is Heisei?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't like Mechagodzilla 2. It looks super clunky. It doesn't even look like it would turn on.
Yeah.
I would say
probably
C or D. C. He's in one of the more mediocre Heisei movies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have Nier from Death Note. Nier is another either D or F. I don't like.
He's boring.
He's just like L, but not.
He's better than Mellow.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like D.
He's L, but not as fun or interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have Emperor Palpatine from.
S.
The one thing that's conflicting with me is the fact that he somehow comes back in Rise of Skywalker.
We don't count those fan fictions.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next we have another Kung Fu Panda villain, so I'll take this one over. We have Kai from Kung Fu Panda 3.
I agree. You're completely right on everything.
All right, good. I've gotten your seal of approval now when I put him in C tier. Maybe D.
Okay.
C. Kai is the worst of the 3. He's not bad, but he's just kind of there. Again, like Tai Lung, he doesn't really have a reason to be fighting Poe other than the fact that Poe's the Dragon Warrior. So it's kind of just reusing that plot line. He's just not very interesting. So not really much to say on him. So anyways, moving on, we have Gojira. It's Gojira because it's the 1954 one. S tier.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think we need to argue that. He is one of my favorite villains in one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
And the fact that he stayed a villain for 4 movies after this, he didn't just drop it instantly like Gamera did.
Well, if this is the 1954 one, he was only a villain in one movie.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
Or
that's true.
More than that if you count the dubs and edits, but you know what I mean.
But you know what I mean. Like Godzilla stayed a villain at least. He didn't just instantly turn. So he's S tier. All right. Next we have. Do you remember this guy's name? The villain from Despicable Me 3. Do you remember this guy's name?
Oh.
It's like Brad.
No, I don't.
It's like Brad. Oh. It's like Brad or something, isn't it?
Are you talking about like the purple guy? William Afton.
Yes, this is William Afton. Yes. I think he's the guy with the weird hair. He's Brad.
Yeah,
I think his name was like Brad. He's like D.
Yeah,
He's like D.
Yeah,
He is definitely the best part of that movie.
yeah.
All right,
Oh,
another duality now. We have King Ghidorah and Noodle Boy.
mm.
Noodle Boy. We'll just put you.
Which King Ghidorah?
This is Heisei, I believe, 'cause it's my favorite, like of the
Oh,
regular Ghidorahs. But it's just this is just Ghidorah. This one is just Ghidorah.
okay. Ghidorah can go in probably S.
Yeah, he's one of like the most famous villains of all time, like
Mhm.
Ghidorah. And oh, poor Noodle. We beat him up so much, but he's F tier. He's in
Yeah,
Planet Eater.
get that out of here. Get it out of here.
So you have not watched King Kong 2005, correct?
No, I've not.
But do you know the V Rex? Because that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so you can put some in, but the V Rex is kind of
Wait,
just King from Peter Jackson's King Kong. It's kind of like
from the
it's
from
like
the little I know about it, it's probably meh, like
it's
B
like
or C.
it's kind of like the Indominus before the Indom. Like it's very
Yeah,
similar. I would say C. It's definitely cool, but it just doesn't really do. It's just a T Rex from King Kong, so it's just kind of there. Not bad, but not great. But the fight scene is
yeah.
cool and its death is cool. All right, so we ready to move on? All right. Next we have Homulily from
Lily.
Homalili from Madoka. Oh, Homalili, my sweet summer child. I wish you were in a good movie. I wish you were in a good movie. I wish
Uh,
you were in a good movie.
Lily is just kind of silly, not very good
If
as an antagonist.
no, she's I love the design and the art style that they use is pretty cool for the first 3 minutes, and then they do so much wacky stuff.
Yeah, probably like D tier.
The You want to know something really funny, Peter?
Hmm.
I had to use an image from Battle Cats because I couldn't find one from the anime that was good
Uh,
enough. I,
if you
I should have just rewatched Rebellion and got the picture from that.
or if you look up Walpurgis not Madoka in the Discord gift search, it's the first result, I think.
Wait,
Yep.
really?
Here, hold on.
You just send me that. I'm waiting for it to post. that's that's great. That's great. I like how you don't get an actual Walper gift until the fourth one.
Yeah,
That's great. All right. Next up, we have Viras from Gamera versus Viras F tier. I hate Viras.
yeah,
Ugly.
yeah.
The worst.
Iris.
The worst Showa movie. It's just not good.
There's a few competitors, but yeah. Okay.
All right. Next, we have God Ray from
F tier.
Evangelion. This is like below F tier. This is like,
Oh,
is this James Corden?
uh,
Is this James Corden tier?
uh,
I hate.
of all the ways Lilith could do the third impact, why would you have to look like that?
Why I hate End of Evangelion.
Hmm.
I know you are very strongly dispassionate against it, to put it lightly.
Hmm.
I I there's just nothing good about this. I'm sorry. It doesn't even look good. Like if it looked cool, then maybe, but it doesn't. I'm sorry. All right. Next we have my second favorite character, maybe Hector Barbosa from Pirates of the
Uh,
Caribbean 1. I would put him S tier,
he's
but
yeah, also S.
Pirates of the Caribbean have such good villains for the first two movies. They're
Hmm.
so good.
Oh,
Uh,
first three.
yes. Even though he does, he doesn't even become a hero later on. He's always kind of like at odds with Jack the whole movie.
Yeah.
So he still gets to stay. Now we have another easy S tier. We have Willem Dafoe as the Green
Mm,
Goblin.
yeah.
This is easy S tier.
Yeah.
One of the best villains in fiction. His performance, and I did get him with his mask. I did get him with his mask because that's important.
Okay, good.
But what what can we really say about Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin that hasn't already been said before? I mean, it in my opinion, it's maybe the closest we've gotten to a actual perfect performance of an actor. Like it's perfect. The mannerisms, the way he switches, switches from like weak and helpless to in control and evil, so good. All right, now we have King Kong, 1933.
Um,
D. I don't like the 33
yeah,
film. I don't like it. I understand it's a classic, but the movie is not all that. I'm sorry.
yeah. And the 1933 Kong is also kind of goofy.
Yeah, but that's for another day. Next we have Thanos. This is
Yeah.
S. This is S. Thanos is, I think, objectively speaking, from a writing point of view, the best MCU villain, maybe
Yeah.
character. I like, what? Who's the new MCU big bad? Like Kang the Conqueror.
Hmm.
He has a lot to live up to come to Thanos' level. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they can match Thanos. Thanos was so perfect. He's S tier every day of the week. All right. Next we have, I believe, nope, not our last. We have our second to last Kaiju, I believe. We have Space Godzilla.
Oh. Okay.
In his movie, the movie's not that good, but he's okay.
Yeah. I do like the design.
hmm I like the design. I like the powers. But the one thing I don't like is the arms because of how like pretty much useless they are. They just kind of sit there and they can't
Yeah.
really move. But that's more of a flaw with Suitmation because they've used
Yeah.
him in comics and he actually can move his arms. It's kind of an issue with the suit, not really the character.
B tier.
Yeah, I would say C or B, but I could definitely agree with B. Definitely better than Mecha Godzilla. Next we have the Shinigami, the other Shinigami from Death Note, Ren or what? I don't remember.
Rem.
Rem. I don't.
Rem.
Rem is whatever. It's either C or
Yeah.
D.
Probably D.
Yeah.
It's like super lame.
She.
Not even as cool as Ryuk.
No, Ryuk is really cool, and she died, which is such an L.
True.
All right. Oh boy. Next we have Charlotte from. Well, you know who Charlotte is. From.
Madoka?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The worm.
Uh,
I don't like Charlotte for what she to
Yeah.
us.
Episode 3, 1926.
That is the worst episode. That is one of the worst anime deaths in general. It's so bad. But
Yeah. Probably like D.
mhm. And then, are we gonna include Nagisa and Bebe in this discussion of her?
No, they're
Okay.
kind of just something different.
Right, now we have the final Kung Fu Panda villain. We have Lord Shen, and he's S tier. I
Yep, sure.
Lord Shen is like what Tai Lung and Kai lack. He is. Do you know the story of Kung Fu Panda?
Nope.
Do you mind if I say it so I can say it for the video?
I probably have no idea.
So, alright, so Lord Shen is basically the Emperor Palpatine. He said execute Order 66 to kill all the pandas, and that he did, except for Poe and some survivors. So it's literally
Yeah.
just Order 66, but with pandas. So
Yeah.
really cool. My favorite villain growing up, and one of my favorites still now. Like, he's just really cool, and he's really intimidating despite being kind of small. Now this is the one antagonist I wasn't sure if I should include, but we kind of had a bunch of other duds from this anime. So now we have L from Death Note. I wasn't
Uh,
quite sure if he should be included, but he is at odds with Light, and Light is the main character, even if he is like the villain. So I included him. L is A or S. L is so cool.
Yeah, L is very good. Probably S.
Yeah, we have so many S tiers. I should have included less villains that we like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or an SS tier.
we can do that next time. We'll move some up. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a villain we don't like. We have the Giga from
Oh.
Dominion. This poor,
L. D tier
this poor
at best.
this poor creature. It didn't even do anything. It got brutalized. It didn't even do anything. It just was an animal.
The scenes with it are so bad.
What annoys me is that this is like they're like these are actual animals, not movie monsters, and yet it gets the most brutal death out of the Indoraptor in itself. Like it gets the most brutal death. Like why? That didn't need to be done.
During the whole like tower scene, it just looks so fake,
Yeah,
and that's
the animatronics in Dominion look so bad. Like how? Why are they so bad?
it moves so slow. It's such a non-threat.
And it has that clunky thing in it where because it's an animatronic and it's physical, it will just kind of stand there until the human actually interacts with it. So it's like, why are you not moving? Why are you standing still?
You know,
But I will say, I will give it this one thing: the scene when it walks out of the burning forest, that is actually kind of cool. I will give it that. But that's all. That's why it's not F, but it's D.
okay.
Now we have he's the destroyer of the Illuminati. We got El Macho.
Oh, uh,
I don't even know if we can objectively rank this guy. Like that's the
yeah.
issue. He's so
Well,
good. Can we?
I also haven't rewatched
No.
Despicable Me 2 in who knows how
I
long.
think it's been 10 years because I've watched this one as well.
When did it come out in theaters? Hold on.
I think it was like 2000. I think it was before the 2010s. I don't remember. I don't even remember when the first one came out.
2013, so probably a decade since I've seen it.
I think it's probably been a decade since I've seen it as well.
S tier, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure.
I don't-
People can yell at us, but like, look at him. You can look at him. Peak. This is peak.
Yeah.
This is peak character design. All right.
Peak male performance.
Truly. Next, we have the most adorable character on this list, and that should tell you who we're talking about. Satchel.
Uh,
I love Satchel.
Yeah.
He's great. She's great. But
mm,
I love Satchel because she's adorable in the anime with her smiles and stuff, and I'm probably gonna throw up the emote we use because it's great. But as a antagonist, she's unfortunately not that good. She's
I
just
mean, she is very important to the whole series and stuff.
she's the first angel we see, right?
Yes.
She's the third angel. She's the third angel in Rebuild. No, third in the series, fourth in Rebuild, right?
Yes, third in Neon Genesis and
Yes.
fourth in Rebuild.
So she's the first we see. So that makes her very important.
I'd say A with the other three, or
Yeah.
two.
Like if this was pure like objective, it'd probably be a little lower. But I agree with A. I love Satchel's great.
Yeah.
I the mental image of these last three are so good because you realize who the first one we're talking about is, and then you realize who the next two is, and you're just like, how do we go from this piece of garbage to these two amazing characters?
Mm,
So first things first, I'm making an SS tier. We can edit this later, but we're gonna need this
Okay.
for this last character. So now we have Gabra from Godzilla's Revenge.
F tier.
F tier. No one likes Gabra. No one. If you say you like Gabra, you're lying to yourself. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If we didn't have God Ray, it would be the bottom spot. Like that's how
Yeah.
bad Gabra is. All right. Now, second to last, we have General Grievous. This is movie Grievous. This is movie Grievous because I watch
Oh.
the shows.
Uh,
I
probably A.
I love.
I really like him, but he's not the best.
He looks really cool and his voice is really cool, but he doesn't even do a whole lot really. And now, last but definitely not least, we have Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
SS. He's the best. I will move Davy Jones, Godzilla, and Green Goblin up to SS as well. for
Okay.
now. Move those up there. But Gus is maybe the scariest villain. Kind of.
Maybe.
There's a lot, but like it's weird how he does so little. Like not like in the series, but like in terms of like what you see him do. He doesn't do a whole lot, but just his presence is just terrifying. Just for him to be
Yeah.
there. Like I love Gus, you love Gus, everyone does. Like he's the best character.
Yeah.
And that is the last. I may or may not have purposely put Gus as the last one, knowing he'd be the best. May or may not have done that, but This is our tier list. Somehow S tier ended up being the highest, like the one with the most amount of characters in it.
Yeah.
I should pick more characters that we don't like next time. but it's really hard to think of characters you don't like because you don't want to think about them.
Yeah.
So this is our tier list. Nothing here. Everything here seems fine. Maybe we'll change some things later as we add characters. But this is all I got for now. So do you have
We're
any
right, you're wrong. If you disagree,
truth?
yell at us, and so I can yell at you.
Maybe we will. If you leave a comment saying why we're wrong, maybe we'll read it. Probably not. But so you can waste your time if you want. But with that being said, this is our tier list. Peter, any closing thoughts?
I want to go to bed.
Yes, it is late. It's like 1 in the morning, or close to it for me. And good night, Tri-State area.